The Enchanted Ink, A Tale of Wishes and Wisdom. George and Linda were a humble couple living in a quaint little town. Life was good but fairly routine, until one day, George stumbled upon a mysterious bin in an old antique shop. The shopkeeper, a wise elderly woman, told him the pin was enchanted. "Whatever you write with this pin will become real," she said. Intrigued and slightly skeptical, George bought the pin and took it home to Linda. They decided to give it a try. Linda wrote, "A bouquet of fresh flowers," and magically, a beautiful bouquet appeared on their kitchen table. Astounded, George and Linda realized the power they now had in their hands. George thought about using the pin to become rich. He wrote, "A chest full of gold coins," and just like that, a treasure chest appeared in their living room. Linda thought about how they could help people and wrote, "Clean drinking water for our town's orphanage." The next morning, they learned that the orphanage had received a generous anonymous donation for a new water purification system. Their adventures had only just begun. George wanted to go big and wrote, "A luxurious mansion on a tropical island." In the blink of an eye, they found themselves in a lavish mansion overlooking a crystal clear ocean. It was paradise, but something felt missing. After a few days in the mansion, Linda felt lonely. They had everything they wanted, but they were isolated from their community, friends, and family. George started to feel the emptiness too. He realized that the pen, though magical, couldn't give them happiness. Sensing their discomfort, the wise shopkeeper from the antique store magically appeared. She explained, "The pen is a powerful tool but also a test of wisdom. Material things can bring comfort, but they aren't the key to happiness." Taking her advice to heart, Linda wrote, "Return us to our humble home with the wisdom to use the pen wisely." They found themselves back in their cozy living room, grateful for the lesson they had learned. From that day on, George and Linda used the enchanted pen to bring joy and help to their community. They wrote about better educational facilities, medical supplies for hospitals, and food for the homeless. But they also wrote about simpler things, like love and friendship, understanding now that sometimes the most precious things in life aren't things at all. News of their good deeds spread throughout the town, and though no one knew the source, everyone felt a newfound sense of community and kindness. George and Linda, enriched by their adventures and lessons, continued to live a simple but fulfilling life. They occasionally used the enchanted pen, but often found that their newfound wisdom was the most magical gift of all. The magical pen taught George and Linda that the power of transformation didn't just lie in grand wishes but also in the wisdom to use that power for the greater good. They knew that the pen would always be there, resting quietly in a drawer, but they also knew that the real magic lay within themselves, in their choices, and in the love they shared with the world. And so, George and Linda lived happily ever after, their lives a blend of magic and wisdom, proving that sometimes the most extraordinary adventures can teach us the most enduring truths about ourselves. The story